Ụmụ Igbo, ozi ọzọ dịkwa na obi anyị n'ụbọchị tata bụ o nwere nwa amadi a na-akpọ Maazị Sam Ọbaji nke agbara ajụjụ ọnụ na ihe onyonyo nke ndị Channel TV. Agbara ya ajụjụ ọnụ gbasara Biafra, gbakwa ya ajụjụ ọnụ gbasara ife na-eme n'ala Igbo nke anyị ma bụ ala Biafra. Nyanwụ amadi kwuru okwu nke gbagojuru ọtụtụ ndị mmadụ anya. Kedu ihe nyabụ nwa amadi kwuru? Ka a na-agbụ ya ajụjụ ọnụ ka ọ na-akọwa n'ezie na ndị Naịjirịa emego ndị Igbo ihe ọjọọ n'ụzọ dị iche iche. N'oge agha na o nwere onye nke a na-akpọ Olusegun Obasanjo n'ogburu ọtụtụ ndị be anyị nke ukwuu mgbe ike dị ya n'aka n'oge agha. Anyị wee na-ajụzi ya ugbu a ọ bụ na Obasanjo adịrọ egbu ndị Igbo ọzọ. Ajụjụ ọzọ ndị otu anyị na-ajụkwa ya bụ ọ bụ gịnị mere o ji wee ka na-ekwete na otu Naịjirịa? Ọ bụ na otu Naịjirịa ka na-arụ ọrụ dịka ha si kwe na nkwa mgbe oge agha kwụsịrị? Ọ bụ ife ha kwekọrịtara a ga na-eme ndị Igbo na ndị Biafra ka ha na-eme ugbu a? Ọ bụrụ na ọ bụrụ ya, anyị na-agbaziri ya onu na-asị ya chigharịa n'oge adịrọ, maka na anyị nwa bụ ndị Igbo ndị Biafra hụrụ mma ndụ n'anya. Ọ bụrụ na ha ka hụrụ Naịjirịa n'anya, o nwerekwa onye na-anaghịga ha nya bụ ikikere, mana ha hapụ ndị Biafra ka ndị Biafra naba. Ya bụ ozi nke onye zitere anyị ozi a sịrị ka anyị zipụrụ ya nwa amadi a na-akpọ Sam Ọbaji, maka na ike agwụgo ndị Biafra, gwụ ndị Igbo, gwụ ndị niile bụ ndị hụrụ mmadụ n'anya n'ime Naịjirịa, na enwere ihe ga-eme ka Naịjirịa dịkwa n'otu ọzọ. Na ị nwere anya mmụọ, ị ga-ama na ọbara ọbara bụ ihe na-esi n'ime Naịjirịa. Ka anyị gekwanụ nwa amadi a ntị n'onu wee nụ ka o si wee gbupụ ya bụ ife. Ihe ọbụla dị gị n'obi, maọbụ ihe ọbụla ị hụrụ, maọbụ ihe ọbụla ị ghọtara, idetụrụ anyị ya, maka na ya bụ ozi ga na-eru ha aka ka ha wa mara ebe onye ukwu kwụ na ebe onye nta kwụ na nsogbu a dị n'ala Igbo na ala Biafra. Ndewo.
Construction, rebuilding, and reconciliation. And he also said there was no victor, no vanquished, to try and soften the ground for some of this, for the reconciliation moves that were supposed to happen between Nigeria and, people who tried to secede. The question now is, looking at how far we have come since the end of the Civil War, have we really made much progress, especially when we look along the lines of conversations that still happen right now in the Southeast? You still have IPOB, even though they have been prescribed as a group, but we still know that the agitations are still there. People still feel very strongly about either seceding or, asking for restructuring. That's the other language that's commonly used. Not for secession, but perhaps in such a way that we go back to the regions, because right now people believe that the country is not as productive as it ought to be. What are your thoughts on how Nigeria has progressed since when the war ended?
Okay, let me give you a background information. I commend Gowon for his policy of reconciliation, the 3 R's they call it: reconciliation, rehabilitation, and the other one. But I'll tell you what happened then. Some of them were just mere slogans. I commend General Bisala, particularly General Bisala. General Bisala, at the end of the war, implemented reconciliation, because when the Biafran troops came out, he received them open arms. But when they went to the 3rd Marine Commander under Obasanjo, some of them were killed. And we have records, they were killed. So some of us who had not come out at the time, who monitored what was going on, went into our cocoon. And I tell you something, General Bisala helped in the process of ending the war peacefully. Because if he didn't, some of the remnants of the Biafran troops were ready to go into a guerrilla war instead of just handing themselves over to be killed. What happened with 3rd Marine Commando was unfortunate. you know, 3rd Marine Commando was in Port Harcourt and Uweri. And Bisala was in Enugu. He commanded the 1st Division. And Obasanjo commanded the 3rd Marine Commando. And the first commander of 3rd Marine Commando was Benjamin Adekunle. Now, Obasanjo took over from Benjamin Adekunle. And during the process, after the war, besides the fact that Biafra soldiers who came there initially were killed before Gowon intervened, they had a policy of taking over and appropriating the property of Igbos in Port Harcourt. Even though in Kanu, Audu Bako gave back the property to Igbos. In Jos, they gave back the property to Igbos. All over the country. But in Port Harcourt, where Obasanjo was the commander, Igbo properties were taken over. Up to now, they call it abandoned property. I have never seen in the world where, after the war, you say, oh, you cannot get your property back when you are preaching reconciliation and rehabilitation and whatever. So the slogan of the 3 R's by Gowon was only implemented by Idi Bisala. The other commander didn't give a hoot. I can tell you that.
Yeah, but I mean, moving on from there, as a country, I mean, we know that even right now in the political equation of things, there is still the complaint of marginalization from southeastern leaders. Would you say that, you know, there has been enough to integrate people from the southeast into the country as a deliberate government policy, not just as an as an economic?
I understand what you're saying. There haven't been enough. There haven't been enough at all. I think that the government has a policy of federal character. And that federal character had been not implemented at all. If you go to the ministries, you go to the parastatals, you see what is happening. You know, that means that they are not taking the federal character issue seriously. If we want to build a good nation, if we want to build a virile nation, a strong nation, we must integrate everybody into one. We must have a national ideal. A country without a national ideal is just wallowing in the wilderness. If you take, for example, some of the great countries we have today, starting from our neighbor, Ghana, when Nkrumah was there, Nkrumah built a national ideal. Every Ghanaian saw themselves as Ghanaians. They spoke as Ghanaians. They were proud of their nation. But you cannot be proud of your nation if you are marginalized. If you can't get a job when others are getting jobs. You know, it's a serious thing. And I call on the federal government to look back again and see if the federal parastatals and agencies are really implementing federal character, which is part of the federal policy. They are not. And this is why everybody's worried. We're not saying give preference to one person or the other. But take everybody, whether they are Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo, Shekiri, Lupe or so, as the same one and indivisible people, and build a national ideal. They will all melt into it. America, they call it melting pot. Let us have a country that's a melting pot. Whatever nationality you are, whatever ethnic group you are, you come into Nigeria, you become one Nigeria. Just like we get united during football matches. Let us be united in the ministries. Let us be united in the agencies. Let us be united everywhere. So we need leadership. We need strong leadership. And if people say, we need strong institutions. But it's strong leadership that builds strong leadership, institutions. At this time now, we need strong leadership that can give us strong institutions. And immediately we have strong institutions, we can now checkmate corruption. We can now checkmate all the avarice and all the difficulties we are facing in the country. Right now, we need strong leadership. And we need this country to now develop a national ideal. And that national ideal is what is going to bring, what is going to build a big nation for all of us, you and I.
Just wondering, I mean, considering just how strongly you felt about Biafra then, and you say it's still an emotional topic for you.
I didn't hear you.
You say that to discussing Biafra is still an emotional topic for you. I'm wondering, 50 years after, do you now identify as Nigerian?
You know, after the Civil War, I went to the United States to study. And while I was in the United States, the feelings or the effect of the war was still in me. I'll tell you a story. While I was City College, I was doing an assignment. I was up in a 10-story building, and it was New Year, and they were having firecrackers. I thought the enemy was attacking me. Oh. I almost jumped through the window looking for my gun. It took me time to come out of that. Now, we don't want that to happen to our youths again. We don't want any more war. What we want is peace. Now, we have to create environment for peace. I tell you something, some of us who fought the war are the greatest proponents of one Nigeria. I'm telling you that. Those who fought the war are great proponents of one Nigeria because they don't want to see another war. Now, but people don't want peace in a graveyard. People want real peace. If you don't create that environment whereby people be proud to be Nigerians, they go back and start doing something like you have IPOB, you have MASOP, and you have all the other people, ethnic groups. You know, we have to be careful. We have to really be careful because Nigeria is for all of us. And because Nigeria is for all of us, we want to see Nigeria succeed. Personally, I want to see Nigeria succeed. There's nothing like peace. If you leave this country, you know you have no other country, but you are Nigeria. And that's why you pray for Nigeria every day. We don't mean political prayer. You go to mosques and churches, they say they are praying. Some of them are praying politically. We want genuine prayer. If we pray genuinely, God will answer our prayer and give us a good nation. And that is very, very important. For me, I'm a Nigerian. I'm a strong Nigerian. And I'm a believer now in the strength of one Nigeria. Because in one Nigeria, we can do a whole lot of things. We can aspire to be another America, United States of Africa. We can be stronger than Germany. We can be stronger than South. We have potential to be a great nation. Why are we not a great nation? Because of this, the fault lines, the Nigerian fault lines, ethnicity and religion. Those are fault lines that help to, that corruption leverages on ethnicity. Corruption leverages on
religion.
And that's they continue to try, because if somebody is corrupt and you want to jail him, and they say, he's from so, you're jailing him because of so. The government is jailing this one because he's jailing him because it's political party. No. But if we have a national ideal, and we see ourselves as one Nigeria, and we downplay religion. Not that religion is very important for our spirit and soul, because we want to go to heaven. Ethnicity means we must identify with our ethnic group. But we must find a way whereby the diversion we have in ethnicity, the diversion we have in religion, will help us in nation building. That's very, very important. And I think that those in the orientation, those in the Ministry of Information, should look at this seriously and see how we can use our diversity to build a great nation.
I know that, you know, I don't know how much of this history, for instance, it is really commendable and it's remarkable, the resilience of our brothers who went through the war. A lot of them lost everything. You talked about those who were not able to get their property back in places like Port Harcourt. But if you still look at the economic prominence of the Southeast and how they have been able to come back since after the war, you really have to commend the resilience of Southeasterners. However, you know, there are questions to ask as to how the country, how Nigeria itself